Hello students, welcome back to maths class. In the last video, we studied polygons, quadrilaterals, triangle. Today our topic is circle. So circle you are seeing everywhere and the ball from the childhood you are playing with a ball, right? So it is a circle. So there are different kinds of things inside the circle, or we can say different parts in the circle which we are going to study today. There are lots of mathematical terms which are related to circle. So first of all, let us know what is circle. A circle is a plane figure bounded by a curved line, every point of which is at equal distance from a fixed point. Now here the fixed point is a center. Here from A you can see that this all line, if you will curve, if you will make at the same distance, then it will give you a circle. Now what is radius? Radius means from the center to the point on the circle is a radius, that is the fixed distance. So this point, wherever you will keep on the circle, it will give you a fixed distance. So a point on a circle and the center is having a fixed distance, that is radius. What is circumference? Now circumference means, let us see, this B point is there. If you will rotate your pen from B to again B, then it will give you the length of its circumference. Circumference means the length of the curved line traced by a moving point is called circumference. Okay. Then, what is interior and exterior of a circle? Here you can see the points which are inside the circle, that is interior, which are on the circle, and third one is exterior, means which are outside the circle. In this, 3 points you have to keep in mind. Suppose if in your exam blank, true or false, anything can come from these three important points. The distance of all the interior points from its center is less than its radius. So if inside the circle, if any point is there, and if we will measure it from the center, it will be always less than the radius. Similarly, if exterior any point is there, then it will be always greater than radius. And the distance of all the points lying on a circle is equal to radius. Clear? So these 3 points are very important. Then our next topic is arc. So an arc of a circle is any portion of the circumference of a circle. What is circumference? Circumference means whole circle, and from that any part if you will take, that will be your arc. Now there are two kinds of arc, minor arc and major arc. So wherever the angle is forming and the smaller part will be your minor arc and the greater part will be your major arc. As per the name, minor means small, mini, major means bigger part. Okay. Then next topic is chord. Chord of a circle is a straight line segment whose endpoints both lie on the circle. So if any line segment is there inside the circle and whose both the points are on the circle, then it is a chord of a circle. So here you can see AB is a chord of a circle. Then next is segment. Now the segment of a circle, how you will get? That you will get from the chord of a circle. Once you draw the chord, then the minor part will be your minor segment and the bigger part will be your major segment. So a chord of a circle divides the circle into two regions, which are called the segments of a circle. Okay. So here you can see the blue shaded is a major, while the orange is minor segment. The next one is diameter. This radius and diameter are the two topics which you are studying from childhood. So the diameter of a circle is the chord passing through its center. So diameter is also a chord, but it is the longest chord because it passes from the center. If you will draw as many chords, but it will be smaller than the diameter. Diameter will always pass from the center. So here you can see AC plus CB, what you will get, AC is also a radius and CB is also a radius. So radius plus radius you will get diameter. So 2 times radius is equal to diameter. So if you will be asked about finding the radius, you can divide the diameter by 2 and you will get the radius. Next one is semicircle. A semicircle is a half circle formed by cutting the whole circle along a diameter line. So if you will cut the circle by diameter line, then only you will get semicircle. Any diameter of a circle, cut it into two equal semicircles. So if you will divide the circle from diameter, you will get two equal semicircles. Next one is secant. So a line that intersects a circle at 2 points is called a secant. So here this line is passing from the circle and it is intersecting the circle at 2 points A and B. So that is called a secant of the circle. Next one is tangent. A straight line which touches the circle only at one point is known as its tangent. See, secant will intersect the circle in two parts, into 2 points, and inside the circle it is, while the tangent will just touch the circle. Okay, so here you can see QR is a tangent. Okay, QR is a tangent. It is touching at point Q. Next one is sector. The interior of a circle between any two radii is known as sector. So if you will draw a two radius, then the interior part of the two radius, here you can see the pink shade, it is a minor sector while the white shade is a major sector. So sector OAB here pink shaded is a minor while OAB white shaded is a major sector. Then the next one is quadrant. Sector and quadrant both are different things. How? See, every quadrant is a sector, but sector is not a quadrant because quadrant will only form if the radii are perpendicular to each other. Here, see 90 degree it is forming, so it is a quadrant. So the minor sector between two perpendicular radii is known as quadrant, and a circle can have only four quadrants. Why it can have only four quadrants? Because the whole circle is 360 degree. So if you will divide 360 by 90, how much you will get? 4. So you can get only 4 quadrants in a circle. Then next one is concentric circle. Now concentric circle means so many circles are there, but the center point is common. The circles with a common center point are known as concentric circle. Okay. Then our next one is circumcircle. What is circumcircle? A circle which passes through all three vertices of a triangle is known as circumcircle. So the triangle is inside the circle and the vertices of a triangle should touch the circle. And point C is known as circumcenter. Okay. The center of the circumcircle is known as circumcenter. Then we are having incircle. Incircle means the circle is inside. But of what? Of a triangle. A circle drawn inside a triangle that touches all its three sides is known as its incircle. Center point is known as incenter. So the center point of an incircle is known as incenter. So the circle inside the triangle will give you in circle. So this all terms you have to remember that what each term means. Okay, this is the basic concept. Then the last topic is relationship between radius and circumference. Now circumference, you know, it is 2 pi r. Radius and circumference are related to each other. Why? Because in both the formula r is coming. See now here, the length of a circle's circumference is directly proportional to the length of its diagram. Why? Because diameter, you know, diameter is equal to 2 times of radius. So the circumference can be found by the help of radius also and with the help of diameter also. Circumference is equal to pi d. What is the value of pi? It is 22 upon 7. So the symbol of pi you can see here, and this you must have studied in standard 5th also. So pi d means 2 pi r because d is equal to 2 into r. So what will be the formula for circumference? Circumference is equal to 22 upon 7 into d, or you can write 2 into 22 upon 7 into r. So you just have to remember the formula of circumference, that is 2 pi r. And if in your question diameter is given, then directly you can multiply the diameter with pi. Okay, so this way you are going to solve the sums. Now you can try exercise 15.3. It is objectives only blanks and small things are there. So all the terms we have understood in this diagram. So with the help of that video, you can solve exercise 15.3. So here our chapter is over, students. Bye bye. Have a nice day.